Got a bit of a storm. It's supposed to last a few days. And by the time we're done, we're supposed to get 2 to 9 inches of snow. So we had, my youngest son had a dentist appointment Thursday, which we're gonna, or like either have or are going to reschedule because there's no way we're gonna try to drive through the Austin Pass with the snow. Um, and even if we made it there, I think that area is going to get a lot of it snow on Thursday, so then we have to not only get there, but then drive back. So we're going to schedule that. Probably going to be fine. Probably going to be fine making it to Round Mountain. There's a small chance I'll have to ask one of my leaders there, well, one of my guys there. Sorry, I don't think he'd like being called a leader, so just too humble. So one of the guys there, he teaches for me, and there's a small chance I might have to be, hey, can you just leave because we're not going to make it there? But I think we'll be fine because we'll just take the Tonopah way both ways. There's less passes to get through, and they're like way more mild of passes. So we've never not gone because of weather before. I don't think we'll have to, but just in case, like I said, I do have a backup leader, teacher there. So we can have him do that. Also have to email him. But we're probably gonna go tomorrow. And I don't know if it's gonna be the whole family, just me and Brandy, or just me and Judah. It might be just me and Judah. And he can hang out with some of the other youth students there. My youth pastor and his wife just got home from a funeral. They've been in Pennsylvania, and they're super jet lagged and tired. And we spent a couple hours here today kind of hanging out with them and talking with them. But then we felt bad because we're like, you guys probably need rest. And they got back like, technically, I was gonna say Sunday, but like, they get back to like Monday, like morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning. So I was like, yeah, you should, after your calls here, you should just go home and rest. But like I said, we talked to them for a couple hours. So then they have to be back for prayer at 7. And we're like, well, we'll just do prayer for you guys. So actually, I hesitate saying that because I don't want it to sound like I'm bragging, but it was actually my wife's idea, not my idea. So I'm here. I just kind of fell asleep. It's 4:44. I was at home for a little bit. I fell asleep. I probably slept for like 15, 20 minutes. But anyways, back here, I gotta get a little bit of editing done. And then we'll do prayer tonight. And I might leave to Round Mountain tomorrow. We'll see. Well, it's the next day, and the storm is continuing. As you can see, it's definitely very snowy. We are going to have to, Brain's calling today at 8 o'clock when the dentist opens. We're gonna have to reschedule that. There's no way we're gonna make it through that pass going through Austin. I'm gonna have to figure out if I think we can make it through a mountain or not. Like I said, we've never canceled because of weather before. Technically, our car should be able to make it. It's just a matter of, I don't know, I have to think about it. One issue we're having though with the glass company next door is when they're cleaning off, they just started this year. Been here 3 years, it's never been an issue. But they started this year. This is the second time it's happened because we've had hardly any snow. But when they clean off, you can see like their little area. They push all the snow across the road up into our property, which wouldn't be too big of a deal, except it blocks the street here, like the sidewalk parking. And then because it's all packed, it lasts like way longer. So like when the rest of the road and everything will all be melted off, that's still gonna be piled up. And that much is probably 3 or 4 weeks worth of melting, which means for that long, this is where all of our elderly and handicap park. Yeah, those big trucks, and they still have no traction. My little Subarus smoke them in the snow. So then like it basically for however long it lasts, our elderly and because there's a sidewalk right here. And then we have a ramp, which probably should have brought in, didn't think about that. And so then like our elderly who have to walk all the way from that parking lot around and up, or just come up the stairs if they can, which is fine if they can. But then the handicapped who need the ramp, which we have several, then can't get to the ramp, or have to park in the back and come all the way around in the snowy grass instead of parking on the street and just coming right up. So basically it removes our handicap accessible feature. And I don't know why. I'm gonna have to go talk to them. I don't know why they've been doing it. But that's the rest of the month, basically. We won't have parking there because of that mound of snow. Well, I've talked in the past that we have very few days, even on snowy, blizzardy, storm days, without the sun. So here you go. All right, well, it is 9:37 on Thursday. Normally, we'd be headed out in about an hour and 15 to Round Mountain. I did go ahead and decide for the first time ever, we are gonna cancel service at Round Mountain because of the weather. The roads are still pretty nasty here. It's supposed to snow a lot. Well, not probably as much as yesterday, but still gonna be a decent amount of snow today. And then Round Mountain is supposed to be getting snow today. And then the roads are super icy. So, oh, and then like Friday, when we're supposed to be coming home, we get up and come home Friday morning. That night it's supposed to be like 6 degrees. So I just figured, I mean, even the snow and stuff isn't even as much as a worry. Normally, as long as it's not like blizzard where I can't hardly see, I hate that, and you have to drive like super slow. We have a symmetrical all-wheel drive Subaru. It's why we got that car, because the snow and the back and forth. I'm a little concerned about the ice, to be honest, especially that Friday morning coming back. That night, it's gonna have been a low of 6 degrees. In fact, the guy from the church I was telling you about, I emailed him and asking him what he thought, and if we couldn't make it, if he wanted to lead it, or if he'd rather cancel. We have decided just to go ahead and cancel it because of the weather, so we're not gonna have service. So I'm actually gonna get off from here and send out some messages, which half of them probably wouldn't be coming anyways, or probably will text me at some point today if we're gonna have it. Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and go with that. And then I'm walking, so once I'm done walking, no, just pause. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Like I said, over 2 years we've been there. It'll be the first time we've not done. So we've been here 3 years, there, well, 2.5 years, because it was 6 months later we started. We picked up that church too. With that said, I thought I was gonna say something about that. Maybe not. Anyways, so there's the conclusion. I am planning on taking advantage. I'm not normally here for the next couple days. I am planning on taking advantage and getting ahead on some stuff in the church. Like I'm gonna do some rearranging my office if I'm gonna do. I got some other projects around the church I need to work on, and I'm gonna just use that time to get caught up and ahead on some stuff. I feel like a hamster sometimes with the two churches and losing so much time between the drive. It's also good because I get to listen to a bunch of stuff, either fiction and kind of relax, or like commentaries and sermons and stuff to get, I can redeem the time there quite a bit. And then also just family time, with the talking, we typically, the first hour each way so that's like an extra 2 hours of just family time, just hanging out in the car talking. So it's definitely time we redeem, but again, it's having to be redeemed versus just straight productive time. And I love Round Mountain and the work we do there. But it's gonna be kind of nice just having a snow day. Like I feel bad that we're not there, but then I also am kind of excited about being like I have all of today, all of tomorrow, and then Saturday I'm typically kind of wiped from it. And so typically Saturday ends up being either like it's not super efficient use of time because I'm kind of tired still, not in the right headspace. And then Sunday's a reset. So I'm kind of excited to see what I get done this weekend. So yeah, rural church life.